Good afternoon. I am Adventure Argonaut. This is the Lurking Horror on the Commodore 64. I'm halfway through, or probably a bit longer or further than that. So let's try to finish this game up today. Um, so yeah, we are on the frozen campus, and I've been gathering all sorts of objects. The last thing I found was hand, a severed hand of somebody, and we have some sort of suicide note. And this is dark stuff, man, dark stuff, and very white and gray as well, as you can see from the images, from the footage. I don't know what I'm rambling, but yeah, my streams are working. Let's play the game. Um, so yeah, now we are at the Department of Alchemy, painted on the door in calligraphy indistinguishable from any other door at Tech, is the phrase Department of Alchemy. You always used to wonder what was behind that door. So let's try to open it. Oops, I should say. Oh, okay, it knows I'm trying to open the. Oh, it's locked. Knock. Don't knock it till you tried it. Okay. Knock. On door. And yeah, it does take a while sometimes for the emulator to process what's going on. You knock on the door, the hollow sound reverberates down the hall. You sort of wish you had knocked more softly. See, let's wait if there's somebody coming to open. The door opens partway, revealing a professorial man in a white lab coat. He smiles. Good evening. I don't get many visitors this late. You're not one of my students, are you? He ushers you into the room without waiting for an answer, closing the door behind you. Department of Alchemy. This office is clinically clean, shiny, and modern. It looks like something out of a science fiction movie. A closed door to the north leads back into the corridor, and an archway opens to the south. Taped to the wall up to the right of the archway is a sign-up sheet. Professor is here. Okay. Talk to Professor. This never really works in this game, right? I have to ask him about something. The professor waits for you to say something. Professor gazes at you in a bored and distracted way. Okay, let's see. Like, can we ask about something? Okay. Let's look at the sign-up sheet first. How do I get... Oh, here's the hyphen. Because the keyboard, my keyboard is different than the virtual keyboard. This appears to be a sign-up sheet for the lab. Strangely, although few daytime segments are used, almost all the nighttime ones are. Almost all of the nighttime ones are. Okay. Most seem to have been taken by two different people, the professor and another, presumably one of his graduate students. With the start, you realize that the author of the suicide note was the heavy user of the lab. The professor continues to gaze at you with a bored and distracted way. Uh, ask the professor about lab. Can we do that? The professor stops you not too gently. Sorry, he says, although he doesn't sound very too sorry. There are very delicate experiments going on in the lab. You might hurt something. Might hurt something. Does it imply there are some things that are alive? All you can see before he guides you from the archway is a great deal of odd apparatus and equipment. So he still continues to gaze at you in a bored and distracted way. Show Professor the hand. Can we do that? Because we have a severed hand. Very interesting. I'll take that. Is that a mistake? I guess we can see if we can get the stuff back somehow. I don't know. Maybe I should just, instead of wasting time, I should reload. Knock on door. Let's do this quickly then. Wait, because it's possible in an old game like this that maybe you can get stuck. Look at sign up sheet. It probably gives us points or something, and it gives us information. Let's do a save. Show professor the, was it the paper? I think that's the suicide note. He reads it carefully. What drivel? This is just confirms my suspicions. He had clearly gone over the edge. Drug use, drinking, insanity. It's only too bad I didn't realize what was happening. I might have helped him. Professor continues to gaze with a distinctly predatory air. Okay, I think that sort of changed his disposition. Ask. Let's try to, yeah, ask about the lab again. Oh, it's lots of text. Oh, you'd like to see the lab? The professor asks in a rather unctuous tone. Come right in. He ushers you through the archway into the lab and following it quickly behind you and turning on the lights. I guess that's because we showed note. Lab is an ultra-modern, fully equipped chemistry lab. Unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, you aren't a chemistry major, so the equipment might as well be magical. There is a lab bench and an alchemy department computer here. Sitting on the lab bench is a vat. The vat contains a tarry liquid. Professor guides you to the center of the lab, where the strange pentagonal symbol is chalked on the floor. He cuts one of the chalk lines. That cannot be good, with a small knife you had not previously noticed. pushes you into the center of the chalked symbol and redraws the line, muttering softly and rhythmically as he does so. There, that's done. Don't move from there. It'll only make things worse for you. He makes some odd gestures at the archway and then goes over to the lab bench. Okay, we probably in a screwed. Let's do a save first again. So cut the line with knife because we have some ritual knife. I think this is too early to do it yet, but let's see what happens. You cut the outer lines of the pentagram. It no longer completely encloses you. The professor sees what you've done out of the corner of his eye. He quickly slides over and redraws the pentagram. This time performs a thorough search, removing all your possessions, touching all the while. The professor is preparing something at the lab bench. Alchemy is my chosen field, and I've gotten ridiculed for it. It's like chemistry, except that chemists don't recognize that some natural laws are enforced by persons, not physics. Some of them will grant power or knowledge, but they must be placated or even bribed. They are not of this earth, not demons or devils, and they aren't always friendly. To me, it's just an unpleasant necessity and the path to power. When I'm done, they won't laugh anymore. I said help, and if you're really stuck, you can order maps and Invisiclue's hint booklets using the order form that came in your package. Alas, well, I have the internet to help me, but I wasn't asking help in the meta sense, is in the sense that panicking. Right, let's see. Wait, are we gonna die? I guess I should see some death sequences. The professor enters another pentagram, begins a highly choreographed ritual. This may seem a little silly to you, but the symbology is what's important. Certain alignments, certain aspects. In a few moments, it won't matter anyway, he remarks. There is a very little room for error here, so be calm. He chants and he brandishes strange instruments, moves about inside the pentagram, and occasionally points to you. It becomes clear exactly what he meant by the word bribe. The chant grows more complex with rhythms and cadences that make you want to stomp your ears. The room appears to be getting darker. A thick black mist begins to form in the room. Parts are darker and parts lighter, and the dark parts form a disturbing shape. The professor chants and calls more loudly now, and you realize that calls are being answered. The room is freezing cold, though the windows are shuttered and tightly curtained. Now, a bone-rattling vibration shakes the room in cadence with the chant. The black mist is growing thicker. The professor chants more rapidly, producing strange guttural sounds, scarcely human. The black mist swirls wildly around the room, and a deep bass voice gibbers out of thin air. The professor's brow drips with sweat. A thing like a tentacle with a demonic face wraps slowly around you. The room recedes into a great distance as you are pulled away. Before you die, you see what the tentacle is a part of. You have died. At first, you think maybe it was all just a bad dream, but no such luck. It appears to be for real. That's too bad, although something gnawing on your nose thinks it's pretty wonderful, or at least fairly tasty. Your score is 45 out of possible 100 in 265 moves. Okay, so that's moves, that number. Okay, great. In the curve, you are in the class of a graduate student. Would you like to restart the game from the beginning, restore, save game, position, or end the station of the game? Say fuck off. I have save states. Okay, doesn't understand. Okay, so I think we have to wait until the professor doesn't notice us anymore. The professor is preparing something at the field, and I've gotten ridiculed for it. It's like chemistry, except for the chemists don't recognize that some physical laws are enforced by persons, not physics. Yeah, he said that already. The professor enters another pentagram and begins a highly choreographed ritual. So he's trying to bribe somebody with me. Cut the line with knife. Okay, you cut out the lines of the pentagram. It no longer completely encloses you. The professor sees what you've done out of the corner of his eye. He stares horrified. Stop! Don't move, he says between verses in the chant. The chant takes on a pleading tone. The chant grows more complex, the professor having difficulty with the almost unpronounceable words, with the rhythms and cadences that make you want to stomp your ears. The room appears to be getting darker. Exit pentagram. You push your way through a soft spot just over the scuff marks and are outside the pentagram. The air is thick and close. A thick black mist begins to form in the room. Parts are darker and parts lighter, and the dark parts form a disturbing shape. The professor chants and calls more loudly now, clearly terrified of what may happen, and you realize the calls are being answered. There's supposed to be a bench here. Is heavy, but it moves, revealing a hinged metal trapdoor beneath. The door room is now freezing cold, though the windows are shuttered at tightly curtains. A low bone-rattling vibration shakes the room in a cadence with the chant. The black mist is growing thicker. The professor is alternately looking at you and the mist. Open trap door. It swings open easily. I think I know where this trapdoor is. The black mist swirls wildly around the room, and the deep bass voice gibbers out of thin air. No! Screams the professor and jumps towards you out of his own pentagram. He realizes what he has done and tries to re enter, but the mist grabs at him. Let's go down. Cinderblock tunnel. From above you hear a thunderous noise, a maniacal scream, and then the sound of equipment smashing. The trapdoor slams shut, but around it pours a blinding flash of light. Finally you hear an almost inaudible whimper, then nothing. The light fades, leaving you in the dark. Right, let's do a save. I wanna see, can we go back up to that room? Open trap door. The game is like, it pushes open easily. Like, do you really want to go there? Are you that dumb? It's pitch black. Turn on flashlight. Uh, The lab is in shambles. It looks like something red and sticky has been spread all over the walls, ceiling, and floor. Much of the equipment, particularly that near the center of the room, has been destroyed. There is an open metal plate in the floor. There is a brass hyrax, a piece of paper, and a bench and an alchemy department computer here. Sitting on the lab bench is a vat. The vat contains a tarry liquid. So I guess we could get the stuff back. What is a hyrax? Hyrax is a small furry animal, apparently. Alright. So, and we're not putting our own hand there. When you dip the mummified hand in the liquid, the elixir begins to bubble furiously. You can't really see the hand except when a finger pokes up every so often. The hand bobs. The surface is odd, but it looked like one of the fingers moved. I think we have to wait a bit. Hand splashes to the surface. The fingers are moving. It's alive! The hand is trying to crawl out of the vat. You grab the wiggling hand and draw it forth, newly animated from the vat. As it emerges, the elixir flows off. The hand scuttles up your arm and perches quietly on your shoulder. So then we take the animal, take Hyrax. The ring fits the hand perfectly. I want to see how does a Hyrax look like. It's like I've heard the name, but I don't really know. What is a Hyrax? It's sort of like a wombat or something. Okay. Sort of. Like a, big rat thingy that's cuter than a rat. Okay. Stuff do we have? I think we can show some stuff to the hand. Stone to hand. The hand scurries to the smooth stone and touches it all over, much as a blind person would examine something. Show axe to hand. Sentence isn't when I. Oops, show. Oops, axe. It's not show two axe to hand. The hand carries the fire axe and touches it all over, much as a blind person would. Okay, well, let's try Coke. Does it make a different response? No, it's just like a blind person. Okay, okay. that? Is there still a computer here that works? Turn the machine and it performs a quick self-check and then displays a message on the screen. Unable to boot because no disk inserted. Please insert a dismountable disk. Can we get a disk? I don't think we can do anything there. Let's just go down. So, where are we? This is a tunnel whose walls are cinder block with a concrete floor and ceiling. Metal ladder leads up to the metal plate in the ceiling, and the tunnel continues north where the cinder block walls become brick. How about south? Can we go south? East? West? Okay, I have to go north then. Brick tunnel. It's an ancient tunnel constructed roughly mortared bricks and stone, slippery and almost invisible set of handholds leads up. The tunnel continues long way north and south. Okay, so up. Yeah, I think this is where we're supposed to go to the elevator room, I think. In the corner of the room is a manhole cover and partly buried dirt and crud. There's an open. So we came from there. So can we go west? Dead storage. There's a forklift here. Temporary basement. Okay, so is this where the elevator is? Yes, okay. Let's turn off flash light because I don't think we need it in this room at least. Okay, we turn it off. Okay, I think we're supposed to go find the urchin. We don't have to take that stuff yet. So which way is the? I guess west. Yeah, he could be like, I think the urchin wanders around. Okay, let's go to the stairway. Stairway, no stairway denied. So I guess go up. There's a lobby of the aeronautical engineering buildings. There's and down and south. See if the kid is here. Mr. Urchin. Birchin. It's not here. Can we go down? We have to go north. Then we can go down. And down again. Sub-basement. What's here? This is the sub-basement of the aeronautical engineering building. A stairway leads up. Narrow crack in the northwest corner opens to a large northwest. Let's see if the urchin is there. It's too tight. A feet carrying the fire. It's fine. Let's see. Computer center. Let's go up one floor. Second floor of the computer floor. No, it's the elevator. Where's the north? North is where the computer room is. Could the urchin be there? Okay, there's the ask hacker about urchin. Can we do that? Can we do this? Tell me. And there are always urchins around. I remember one or two who became hackers. Okay, that doesn't really help us. Let's see up. Could he be here? The roof. Okay, let's go down. Let's go down to the first floor. And what if we go outside? Which direction is out? North. Let's go there to Smith Street. The Smith Street runs east and west along the north side of the main campus area. At the moment, is an Arctic wasteland of howling wind and drifting snow. The other side of the street, barely visible, are the leadless eyes of street lights. The street hasn't been plowed, or if it has been, it did no good. But if we go east, the Smith Street runs west towards the computer center. Here to the south is a dilapidated gray wooden building. The street is an impassable sea of blowing and drifting snow. Yeah, that's the building. I don't think we should go there yet. We might need some other stuff. Impenetrable snow shifts block the street. I feel like I've wasted so much time looking for the urchin. So the guide said the urchin, he should be in the computer building or the aerospace building. Can we go south? Let's go up and south. No, south is the elevator. Okay, let's go. Was it west? Yes, the aero basement. Why is it so difficult to find the guy now? Is he being eaten by a grue? No, not south. I mean down, because south is down on the map. Okay, let's drop axe. Because I cannot fit to the crack with the axe. Tomb. This room is a tiny, narrow, ill-fitting room. Appears to have been left over space from the joining two pre-existing buildings. And, okay, let's go down. Steam tunnel. This dank and grimy tunnel is largely fitted with imperfectly insulated steam pipe. The tunnel is uncomfortably hot and damp. You have gone from the Arctic to the tropics. The concrete tunnel has odd molds and fungi growing on walls and ceiling, and the floor is squishy. It's on clots of insulating litter. Wait. Well, I lost part. I was too distracted. On clots of insulating litter on the floor. Along the ceiling runs a thick tangle of coaxial cable. The tunnel heads east and west. A rusty metal ladder leads up. You can hear in the distance a chittering, scratching sound. Maybe we shouldn't be here. This dank and grimy tunnel is largely filled with blah blah blah. It's the same. Sound is loud. It sounds like a small animal. Is it rats? There's a pressure release valve. Turn valve. Too rusty. Okay. The sound continues. It's almost certainly rats. Rat sounds are. It's pitch black. So the sounds are growing louder, but you still can't see any rats. So let's use the flashlight. There's an arrow here, and its construction more archaic. It's now mostly brick, although the floor is concrete. The steam pipe and coaxial cable continue along the appointed paths. The tunnel is damp and even a little muddy. Rat sounds are growing louder, but still can't see any rats. Can we still go east? So the steam pipe and coaxial cable turn upwards and disappear into the ceiling here. The tunnel itself comes to an end with a grimy, damp, and dripping triad of crumbling brick walls. The south wall looks particularly decrepit. Rat sounds are growing louder, but you still can't see any rats. Can we go up, like climb the cables? You can't go that way. Okay, the sounds are growing louder. Let's go see the quote unquote rats. Is it a shoggoth or something? Take a lily. There are rats here. Okay, the rats are momentarily startled by your presence, but soon the bolder ones begin to approach. There are more rats here than you have ever seen. Kill rats with knife. You strike out at the rats, but several clamp onto your hand. The pain is horrible. The rest are all the more frenzied by the drops of blood. The rats attack, slimy, snarling, and hungry. They swarm over your feet, biting at your legs through the pair of rubber boots and clinging desperately to your feet. Um, I don't know. Let's just try to get away. You plunge into the mass of rats, but there are too many of them, and you can't force your way past. Particularly nasty rat lies in the ways of death, makes its way up your arm and to your neck. For a moment, it stares at you, its yellow eyes hungry, and then it reaches your jugular. As you lose consciousness, you think for a moment that you see the rat laugh, exposing its own neck, and its neck is branded as symbol. You have died. At first, you think maybe it was all just a bad dream. Okay, blah blah blah. Yeah. Ooh, 60 out of 100 points. Where the fuck is the urchin? Yeah, it's supposed to be around the computer building or the aerospace building. Wait, is Oro aeronautical building? Let's see. Do I have to look for the aerospace building? Um, so let's see. We go here. and west. So we go outside to the snow. So wait once. Impenetrable snow sniff drifts block the street. I don't think this is right. I'm asking Grok help. Oh, okay. I found a map. Let's see. Let's see. That might help things a bit. Okay, so now we are on, yeah, Smith Street Computer Center. How do we get to the? I don't know. Let's go back inside. Guess I should try to get to the Aero lobby. This is very complicated. Aero basement, then let's go up. Do I still have to go further west? Then we can go up, I guess. Aero lobby. It's the lobby of the aeronautical engineering building. Stairs lead down to the corridor. Blah blah blah. Let's go south. Infinite corridor. Largest machine. Okay, let's go back north and. So we can't go up from the lobby. No. Okay, fine. Let's go. Can we go west from here? Enter the freezing, biting cold of the blizzard. Massachusetts Avenue is the main entrance to campus building. Blinding snow obscures the stately Grecian columns, and rounded dome to the east. You can barely make out the inscription on the pediment, which reads George Underwood Edwards, founder P. David Lebling, architects. West across Massachusetts Avenue are other buildings, but you can't see them. So Okay, so which way can we go? Can we go east? Oh, infinite corridor is the largest. Okay, oh yeah, because we went back inside. Okay, west, of course. Can't go that way. Yeah, it's very cold. Okay, so we cannot go anywhere from here. It's too cold. Okay. So we go inside into the infinite corridor. Okay, let's go east. So yeah, there's many corridors north and south, but they are locked and dark. Stairs. Well, stairway leads up. Okay, can we go? What's up here? Okay, I think we've done stuff there already. We don't think that's where the urchin is. Why is it so difficult suddenly to find the kid? Yeah, I guess just get past the wax. There's lots of wax here. We poured it. Okay, so now we can go north and south. Fruits and nuts. Okay, let's go down. Nutrition building. Cluttered passage. Oh. Southeast. We can go southeast. There's an assignment here. Yeah, we dropped that. Discarded equipment. So we came from northwest. Oh, stairway up. Okay, let's go up. Can we get funny bones? Do we have space? Because I think we can give it to the urchin if we find him. This is. I'm starting to think some monster has eaten him. So it's in the brown building. This is the lobby of the brown building, an 18-story skyscraper which houses meteorology department, other outposts of earth sciences. Elevator is out of order, but the long stairway leads up to the roof, another leads down to the basement. How about we go down? Ah, okay, no, that's where we came from. So we can go up, and we could go out. Go out. And in the freezing cold of the blizzard, small courtyard. What is there except cold? This courtyard is a triumph of modern architecture, spare, cold, angular, overwhelming size, and bears a striking resemblance to a wind tunnel whenever the breeze picks up. Right now, this is a true of the whole campus, though. A huge mass lurks nearby, and almost featureless skyscraper is to the north. Okay, so there's nothing here, really. There's a sign on the door. And door. So we are on the roof. Okay, let's go back through the door. Okay, then go down. No, let's just go down again. Where are we supposed to go? Southeast? Northwest. Okay. We came from south. Cluttered passage. Okay, stairway leads up. Disabled room. Can we go further south? Chemistry building. I don't think the guy is gonna be here. This corridor is lined with closed, dark offices at the south end of the corridor is a door with a light shining behind it. There's something written on the door. Okay, so that's the alchemy room, I think. Uh, let's go west. Okay, sleep, sleep. Oh, slouching nearby is an urchin. Did I miss it before? Okay, ask urchin about friends. I think we can do that. I don't know. Okay. Ask urchin about missing friends. Ah, about missing. Okay, now it should be. No. Okay. Ask urchin about students. There's some students who are missing. Urchin. Ah, fuck. I don't know what is urchin. Now the hey, okay, it recognized it. Hey, you guys got students gone missing. We got kids gone missing. He looks at you suspiciously. You ain't the one. You ain't the one done it, Arya. He seems very nervous about talking to you. The urchin looks around nervously, obviously thinking of flight, but decides against it. Let's give him the funny bones. My mama said never take nothing from no stranger. He takes the package of funny bones anyway, disposing of it in record time. On the other hand, I'm hungry, he remarks. Show hand to urchin. Yeah, I just wanna get this done because I finally found him. The urchin sees the hand twitching. I heard what happens around here. I'm not getting fed to a monster. He lets loose a scream of fear and zooms away. Some things drop from behind his park and he departs. He slows for a moment, decides not to retrieve them, and disappears into the distance. Say cutter. I think we are supposed to do that. It's bolt cutter. Okay, look. Is there anything else he dropped? There's bronze plug and plastic container. Oh yeah, because yeah, I think he can like take stuff you drop somewhere. As the bronze plug, I had dropped somewhere, but I don't think we need it. The save. Finally found the bastard, the bugger. Okay. Then let's get back to the computer building. Oops, we went too far. Can we go down here? So we cannot go down here. Let's go a bit east then. No. Where's the stairs? How the WTF do I get out of here? Okay, stairway leads up. Can we go down from here? I don't think they had a great court. Let's head back west. Can we go up here or north? Okay, now we are in the aero lobby. Okay, and then we can go down, right? Yes. East, east, east. Can we go further east? Okay, now we are. I think we are supposed to be here. So. Oops. Okay, let's see. I'm supposed to get the crowbar. A clock. Do I have the space? Okay, I have. I'm supposed to get the elevator. Okay. Prop doors. Prop doors with axe. I think we're supposed to do that. The fire axe wedges nicely between the doors, holding them securely open. Okay, I'm not quite sure why we are doing this, but we can do it, so that's probably something we have to do. Um, elevator, okay. Yeah, the elevator doors bounce against fire axe trying to close. It looks like a wall. Okay, let's have a look at the elevator. What do we see inside here? This is a battered, rather dingy elevator. Fake wood walls are scratched and marked with graffiti. The elevator doors are open. To the right of the doors are area with floor buttons B and 1 through 3. Open button, close button, stop switch, alarm button. Below this is an access panel. Elevator doors bounce against the fire axe trying to close. I'm supposed to find a brick wall. Okay, can we go south again? No. The elevator doors have edge open with Farax railing, elevator beyond. Concrete walls line the west corridor leading east and west, an elevator call button on the south. Stairs also lead up to the energetic for the energetic. So we're supposed to find some brick wall. Let's see some of that. Doesn't make any sense. I think the guide is a bit confused, and it's making me even more confused. But we're supposed to go to the steam tunnel with the rats, I think. I don't think I need the knife there. I should drop some stuff. See inventory. Oh, we still have the hand. I thought it went away, but I guess yeah, it just scared the guy. I don't know. Yeah, let's try to go like this. So we wait. We go. Is it east or west? I am confused which way. No, it's east then. Yeah, it should be east. I'm not quite sure what's the point of doing that with the elevator though. Turn on flashlight. Storage room. This is forklift. Ancient storage. Guess we should go down. Brick tunnel. Examine brick. Hello. Examine wall. So, like, I don't understand the pry. Like, it's telling me to pry, like, bricks with crowbar to get some rod. But yeah, I think it should be here, right? How about, here we go, east. Okay, then we have to go west. Oh, okay, north. Make your way along the long tunnel, renovated cave. I think I've been here. You're in a huge cave-like construction. The path leads down to a floor partly covered with rough concrete. The walls and ceilings are high and reinforced with beams of wood, iron, and steel. In the center of the floor, you can see a large flat slab of granite. The only exit is behind you to the south. Examine granite. The slab is roughly circular, made of indifferently dressed New England granite, about 3 feet high. Pry granite with crowbar. Okay, then wait, we were supposed to go north. Okay. The only exit you can see is behind us. Okay, south. Brick tunnel. Make your way along the long tunnel. Cinder block tunnel. This is a tunnel whose walls are cinder block with a concrete floor and a ceiling. Metal ladder leads up to an open metal plate in the ceiling, and the open tunnel continues north. Can't go that way. Where's the sub basement? This is. Lab. Oh, okay. Yeah. We don't need to go there right now. So this is the manhole cover. So which way can we go? Most of contents have collapsed or rusted back in the primordial ooze. There's a mold growing unidentified parts. Stagnant bowls of fire, water pollute the floor. You can now believe some of these foundations are said to be ancient storage. Where the fuck is the ancient storage in the? I'm looking at the map. Okay, it's there. So I'm not in the right place. Let's just reload where we are. I broke the doors with the axe, but I'm not quite sure what's the point. Let's try to find another walkthrough, maybe as one that isn't as confusing. Okay. See, let's take the axe. I don't see the point of like jamming the doors here. Maybe somewhere else, but like the first guide I does like said I should do it here basically, but doesn't make any freaking sense. So yeah, after the bolt cutters, we should go. We should go to the sub basement. Okay, where the WTF is the sub basement. Stairway. Okay, we are supposed to go to the aero building. So one more this way, then we go down. Okay, we are in sub basement. Okay. And northwest. Does it say now we have the axe so we cannot go? Yeah. All right. So then here, the seemingly better guide tells me to drop some stuff. Okay, I should drop. No. Drop cutter and axe. All right, then go north. No, it's north, west, north, east, northwest, east. Okay, we are in the tomb. A tiny, narrow fitting room. It appears to be in left over space from the joining of two existing buildings. So yeah. So I guess we can go down from the hatch. This dank and grimy tunnel is largely filled with an imperfectly insulated steam pipe. The tunnel is uncomfortably hot and damp. Yeah, we've been here. Turn on flashlight, I believe. And then we should go east. Flashlight clicks on. Sound is louder. It sounds like small animals. Is it rats? This tank and grimy tunnel is largely filled with blah blah blah. There's a pressure release valve. Turn valve with crowbar. The rat sounds. The valve with a horrible scream of tortured metal gives a little and a small trickle of steam issues forth. Okay. Then I should wait for the rats to come. Okay, I guess I see what we are trying to do. Rat sounds are growing louder, but you still can't see any rats. Troop of rats appears out of the darkness. Rats are momentarily startled by your presence, but soon the bolder ones begin to approach. There are even more rats than you have ever seen. Rats attack you, slimy, snarling, and hungry. They swarm over your feet, biting your hands, legs, or a pair of rubber boots clinging desperately to your feet. Turn valve with crowbar. And the valve screeches open. Jet of spray of live steam issues from it, filling the tunnel in front of you. The rats are caught in the full force of the blast. Horrible squeals can be heard from the midst of the steam cloud, and scalded rats charge past you, all interest in anything but flight forgotten. One of their number remains dead. Can I get a rat? Well, turn valve. I guess we have to close it first. Valve closes more easily than it opened. Take rat. As you take the dead rat, it moves, but then you realize that it's only a lice and fleas bailing out. Ugh. I don't know if we need the rat, but since the game says that you should, like, there's a rat there, so why not? Steam tunnel is narrow here. Its construction is more archaic. It's mostly brick, although the floor is concrete. The steam pipe and coaxial cable continue along the pointed path. The tunnel is damp and even a little muddy. The steam pipe and coaxial cable turn upwards and disappear in the ceiling. The tunnel itself comes to an end in a grimy, damp, dripping triad of crumbling brick walls. The south wall looks particularly decrepit. Look at south wall. The brick wall is in a terrible shape. It's aged and crumbling with grooves between bricks here. Mortar has fallen out. Try brick wall with crowbar. The wall grudgingly yields to your efforts. A brick, less well mortared than its fellows, again pulls out of the wall. Let's do it again. The wall grudgingly yields to your efforts. A brick, less mortared than its fellows, drops to the floor on the other side, making a hole through the wall. You can see a rusty steel reinforcing rod in the hole. Can we take the rod? You won't get a passing grade for that idea. Okay. What am I supposed to do with the rod? Something about a chain in one of the walkthroughs, but where do we get the chain? Okay, I guess we get it from the elevator. So now we have to go back, I think. So we just came here basically to see the rod. Go up, turn off flashlight. Drop knife. Drop crowbar. So what else? Take cutter. I guess I could have taken them at the same time. Take the axe as well. All right. So can we go up from here? Okay. Or if we should take the flask. Okay, now maybe I understand what we're supposed to do with the elevator. So press down. So you hear the elevator begin moving. Let's go down. Okay, you no longer hear the elevator moving. Okay. Try doors with X. Okay, now it makes sense. You force the doors apart with the fire axe, barely able to hold them open. Beyond, you see the bottom of the elevator shaft only a few feet below. In the elevator shaft, a tangle of machinery is visible. One bit of the tangle is very much like a hook. Can we go down to the shaft? Drop to the floor below, which is into all that far down. The doors shut as soon as you release them. Concrete box. This small room is pretty bare and featureless. The north wall is brick and the other three walls are concrete. The east and west walls are adorned with rails, not unlike railroad shafts. Above you, out of reach, the shaft is blocked by something. The brick wall has a hole in it. There is a vertical reinforcing rod visible in the middle of the hole. Okay, okay. There's a greasy length of chain coiled on the floor here. There's a new brick here. Take chain. Holding too much. Okay, damn it. Let's drop, I don't know, drop flask. Chain. A chain and a flask. Too dark to see. Chain, come on. Tie chain to rod. Okay, this sentence isn't one I recognize. So how do I say it then? Okay, attach padlock to chain. Okay, that makes sense. That's pretty pointless as the chain isn't currently securing anything. There was a ring somewhere. Something said something about a ring. Holding too many things. Do I have a rat still? Ring. Attach ring to chain. There was a ice. No, is that okay? Yeah. The Hyrax had the okay, but there was a hook. Can we get the hook? Somewhere it said something about a hook. Tie chain to rod. Like didn't I try? Did I say something wrong? Then did I say, I don't know, you wrap? Or did I say tie the chain? I don't know. You wrap the chain around the rod, but find it too thick and to actually tie it. All right. Attach lock to chain. You lock the chain with the padlock, it now forms a secure loop around the rod. Okay, let's go up. There's apparently no apparent way through the closed elevator doors. What? Do I have the axe? Okay. Pry doors open with axe. Pry doors with axe. You force the plates apart with the fire axe barely able to hold them open. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go up. Climb up while holding the doors open, but isn't just outside the realm of possibility. What the fuck am I supposed to do then? I don't fucking get it. Let's try to see another walkthrough, because none of them seem to have this problem. And can we exit the shaft like that? Holding the doors open is all you can do. Okay. Take axe. Close doors. Okay. Release the doors with spring shut. Can we exit this place from the other hole? There's no apparent exit through exit hole like that with the rod, brick wall. How does it look like? This brick wall has a hole in it. There is a vertical reinforcing rod visible in the middle of the hole. A chain is looped around the rod. Padlock secures the chain. There's a dead rat in the brick. Exit hole. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, Let's try every direction. You reach the end of your chain pretty quickly. But okay, drop chain. Hmm. Am I supposed to still bring the crowbar here? Let's reload. Take crowbar. Which way are we supposed to go? West or up? Up. And then we go east. Let's see. All right. Go up. Press down. Drop rat. I don't think we're gonna need a rat there. Let's do a save state. Buy doors with X. So you force the doors apart with the fire axe, barely able to hold them open. So one bit of the tangle is very much like a hook. I guess we can't take the hook. Okay, let's go down. Okay, doors shut as soon as you release them. So let's take chain. Come on. So slow tie chain to rod. Lock chain with lock. Can I do that? You lock the chain with the padlock. It now forms a secure loop around the rod. Okay. Use crowbar on wall. Pry wall with crowbar. I don't get it. Let's ask Grok. This game is hard. Like I can't imagine the pain. Like if you're trying to play it without any, um, guide back in the day in the 80s. So tie, change rod, and lock paylock. Now climb out. No. Or am I supposed to? Okay, can I take the chain before I jump down? Is that how it's supposed to work? Pry doors with X. No. Uh, let's go down. Chain. Come on, game. I chain to rod. And it says that maybe I can climb it. Okay, lock. Chain with lock. Silly sentence. Climb chain. That would be a waste of time. Pry doors with X. Climb chain now? This doesn't make any sense. Holding the doors is all you can do. Chain on hook. Am I missing something? What am I missing here? I cannot climb. Be right back. My son woke up. I don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do. Okay, these doors, can I do that? The smaller room is pretty bare and featureless. The north wall is brick, and the other three walls are concrete. The east and west walls are adorned with rails, not unlike railroad shafts. Above you, out of reach, the shaft is blocked by something. The brick wall has a hole in it. There is a vertical reinforcing rod visible in the middle of the hole. Chain is looped around the rod. The padlock secures the chain. There's a new brick here. Can I take the brick? Look north. Examine wall. The brick wall has a brick-sized hole through it where the bricks have been pried out. Steel rod is visible in the hole. The rest of the wall is in okay shape. Pry brick with crowbar. Brick with crowbar. You already pried that brick loose. I don't know, like the instructions. It's like I'm playing a different game. I'm doing what the instructions are telling me, and none of it works. Broken brick with crowbar. Climb chain. Up. Can I look up? See an elevator shaft. Climb shaft. This game is a freaking waste of time. There's like a million different walkthroughs, but none of them help. They seem to say, imply that I can just climb out of this place, which is not true. Let's see, I'm looking for another. Okay, can I edge doors with axe? Is it like, am I using the wrong term? Force the plates apart with the fire axe, revealing basement or computer center up. Fire axe wedges nicely between doors. Oh, is this it? God damn. What was the difference between pry and wedge? Okay, you climb out of the great wall out. Okay. I really hate this game now. All right. So what now? What now? Tie chain to hook. Put. Is that the right word? You hook the chain to the hook where it looks quite secure. Let's do a save. I'm really losing my sanity with this game. Um, lock the chain with padlock or hook. Okay, put the chain on. Take the axe. Okay, take axe. So there's a different, like, okay, I can put the axe there and I can hold it in my hands. That makes sense, but you know, I don't always expect the game to realize the difference. Okay, take the fire axe away, then go up. Press down. The elevator door slide open. I think, okay, this guide is not clear what we are, because clearly we have to make the elevator move up, right? Yeah, we have to go to the second floor, of course. Silly guide. Press up. That makes more sense. Okay, let's go down. Do we hear a crunch? Open elevator doors. Can we do that? Force the doors open apart with your hands, barely able to hold them open. Behind you see bottom of the elevator shaft, only a few feet below. In the elevator shaft, a triangle of machinery is visible. One bit of that triangle is very much like a hook, and indeed the chain is hanging from it. The other end of the chain is dangling in the shaft below. Flask. I don't know if we even need it, but let's take it. Okay. Close doors. From below, you hear a tearing, rending sound and a rumbling crash. You no longer hear the elevator moving. Okay, drop. Crowbar. I don't think we need a crowbar. Take flask. Pry doors with axe. So that's it's wedge, don't pry. But here, I guess we can pry. The dark shaft opens like a waiting mouth. Let's do a save again. Let's save. Let's go down. You drop, which is into far below. Okay. The brick wall has an enormous hole ripped in it. You are getting more and more tired. Okay, drink Coke. Delicious, contains caffeine, blah blah blah. So can we go south? Oh, we can't go this way. So which way? Examine wall. The brick wall is quite ruined. Fortunately, it wasn't structural. The big chunks of exit. Exit. Enter hole. Can we do that? Getting tired of this. Steam tunnel. The southern brick wall has an enormous hole. There's a broken brick here. Okay. We dealt with the rats. Is there a wire? We're supposed to cut some wire with a cutter. No, okay, it's not here. Go west 4 times. This dark, grimy tunnel is largely filled with an imperfectly insulated steam pipe. The tunnel is uncomfortably hot and damp. A bundle of coaxial cable runs along the coiling festooned with the damp road and go west. The tunnel continues west. Is this the right place? Cut wire with cutter. Is it here? No, not with. Cut. Cut wire with cutter. You begin cutting the cables, and after a while, you realize that the inner cables look different, sort of dead white and slimy. Then you notice that the cables you have got are knitting back together. Is this the right? Am I supposed to be cutting these? Tunnel entrance. Tunnel continues west from here, becoming narrow, muddy, and forbidding. The walls no longer seem to be as finished as they were. The steam pipe coaxial cable disappear into the ceiling at this point. The temperature. Okay. Okay, can I go down here? Tunnel you came through continues down. Barely large enough to enter. It is made of sticky gelatinous mud that's been pushed by something into a semblance of passage. This is a wide spot in a tunnel, just as wet and muddy as elsewhere. The walls are slimy as well. Numerous lots of indentations about 2 feet wide and a foot high open where and there. Thin wire rope-like growths emerge from a hole further down and enter each of the slots. There is a background noise, clearly, almost loud enough to hear clearly. A small, furtive motion attracts your attention to the slots. Okay, cut wire. Wait, cutter now. Can we do it? What's going on? Strain and push the two handles of your bolt cutter together with all your strength. At first it looks like nothing will happen, but with a loud click, jaws cut the wire. The wire, as though under tension, rapidly begins to curl up, disappearing down the tunnel and away. Urchins burst forth from the slot. The effect of the urchins is electric, perhaps literally. They twitch, jerk spasmodically. I guess that's why we need the gloves. For one reason, and fall to the ground almost in unison. They have lost all interest in you. Okay, let's do another slave slot. Save slot. Okay, so we have to go down, I think. A few of the urchins grab feebly at you as you pass, but none of serious barrier. Wet tunnel. You're lost in narrow, wet tunnels burrowed through the mud. Muddy, oily water covers the floor. The hand points its mutilated ring finger north and grips your shoulder tightly. Aha, so we have to follow the hand. So, yeah, let's go north then. You're lost in an error, blah, blah, blah. The hand points its mutilated ring finger down and grips your shoulder tightly. Okay. You're lost in the narrow, wet tunnels and it points south. And it points south again. And points down. Grips your shoulder tightly. You are lost in narrow bubble. The hand points its mutilated ring south and grips your shoulder. Okay, still south. The curtain is very slick and wet. Some of it sticks to your gloves. The slime eats through your gloves. It begins to attack your hand and you feel a hot stinging sensation like a sea nettle sting. Huh. Okay. Open flask. You open the flask. A cold white mist pours out. The slime is creeping slowly your arm. It's reached your wrist. Pour flask on slime. It's good I brought this. Which slime do you mean? The slime curtain and the crawling slime? Pour crawling slime. You succeed in pouring the freezing liquid all over your arm. This kills the slime. It also kills you, but then one must make sacrifices. Okay. Fine. Let's go back. So wait, am I supposed to go down from this point? Yes. Yeah, the urchins grab. Hey, north. Yeah, let's follow the hand again. Down. South. South. Down. And open flask. I think we should open it beforehand. Okay, cold white mist poison. So it's freezing liquid or something. The metal flask contains cold liquid. So what was the south? So pour flask on crawling slime. No. Oh, why? What are we doing wrong? Let's see. Okay, I guess we have to pour it already. Pour, not slime, flask on slime. The liquid splashes onto the curtain and a cold mist fills the room. The slime begins to freeze. Nearly the entire curtain solidifies, shatters, and drops to the ground, revealing an ancient wooden door. Ooh, wooden doors. Those are the best. There might be gas inside. Open door. It's gonna be locked, right? Yes, of course. Mist dissipates. Unlock door with key. Open door. Okay, the ancient door is now open. Oh, it's ancient. As you enter, the door closes and locks behind you. Inner lair. The floor here is stagnant, slime-infested pool of water. It feels to be about 6 inches deep. Ropes or wires tumble down to the slope where they enter a large whitish mass which takes up much of the chamber. The noise is loud here and comes from the mass which undulates in synchrony with the noise. Van sourceless light illuminates the chamber. Set on the wall, incongruous in its surroundings, is a metal box. On the side of the coaxial cable enters the box. On the other, a cable-like appendage leads from the box to the mass. There is a... What is there? Save first. There is a metal cover on the box. Suddenly, the hand leaps from your shoulder into the steam-encrusted puddle. Dives beneath the water. Reach into puddle. You root around blindly in the gooey, slimy water, you feel something thick and slippery. A tentacle? No, it's cold and dead. It seems to be a line of some kind just below the surface. You hear noises outside the door. Take line. Stumbling behind you, hacker staggering in the cavern. Is hacker stares you shot. It's you. When I gave you my key, I never suspected you'd get this far. Okay, drop coke. Is it too late now because I wasted one turn? The hacker stares at the thing in the cave. I got very suspicious about your problems with the net. I began to trace some coax, found some repeaters and breaches that weren't on the layout charts, and started following them. Anyway, here I am, that thing there, whatever it is, and those wires are interfaced to the whole campus net. And that means it's tied into all the nets, commercial, government, and even military potentially. Get line. Can we do it now? You pull the length of the line out of the water. It's like holding a large heavy snake. I guess I better do something. It could be a serious compromise of system integrity if this thing isn't dealt with. He peers into the mass as if evaluating it. He then reaches into a pocket and pulls out a small pair of wire strippers. Cut line with axe. You strike the line with the axe, making deep gash in the insulation. The hacker advances to the mass, apparently planning to cut some of the wires leading into it. As he approaches it, the sound stops completely and the wires begin a frantic, looping, twining dance. The mass begins to flow towards the hacker almost as quickly as he walks toward it. They reach each other and begin to merge together. He screams a long, ululating cry that echoes through the cavern, then he's engulfed. Oops. Your blow cuts through the insulation, ripping into conductors. The mass is bulging, vibrating, rippling. I think I'm still supposed to be cutting it. At the line parts, the two ends begin to sink towards water as they straighten out. The mass is. Okay, take line. Can I take it now? Okay, carefully grab the line just as it's about to drop into the water. The mass is bulging, vibrating, rippling. A huge stair is forming near where the hacker was absorbed. Open the metal box. There's the metal box. You remove the cover, revealing a plethora of electronic innards, most prominent are a socket into which the coaxial cable is plugged and a connector into which the glistening cable-like appendage appears. The hacker pulls himself out of the side of the mass. As he does, you think you can see many pairs of eyes appear briefly in the semi-transparent mass. Watching curiously, wires and tentacles trail from his body, and tiny, almost rat-like creatures cling to his body, everywhere crawling out just like ants. He walks slowly, jerkily towards you. Be one, he says, haltingly but fervently. Disconnect coaxial cable. You unscrew the cable, it now hangs unconnected yet inside the box. The hacker grabs for you. Join us, serve the master, he croaks. Some of the creatures leap onto you, biting at your exposed skin. Attach line to socket. Well, let's do a save. You shove the exposed conductors into the socket, producing a shower of sparks. The tentacle connected to the other socket begins to jerk and twitch spasmodically. The mass is connected to quivers and a horrible noise, almost like a huge machine running without oil, issues from the thing. The hacker screams soundlessly and drops into the water. The mass begins to change shape, compacting, darkening. You can briefly see human outlines within the gray, gelatinous mass. They surround something larger, of a shape not human, not animal like, nothing you've seen before. The gelatinous mass solidifies and compacts, leaving behind a litter of smoking debris. The debris squats, a being huge, misshapen. It stares at you with baleful yellow eyes. Its scaly wings beat slowly, driving a fetid stench through a stale air of the cavern. Barbed tongue slides across its broken dagger-like fangs. The smooth stone vibrates, starts to feel warm. Okay, it says I should wait one turn. Thing tenses, preparing to leap. Its mouth opens, revealing not the glistening interior but a dead black outline like a hole into nothingness. The smooth stone is now glowing with a bright red heat that nevertheless fails to burn you. Throw stone at thing. The stone, the stone smashes into the creature, sticking to its Icarus hide. The thing thrashes about, trying to bite at the stone, which is glowing brighter and brighter. Small hands issue from beneath its scales and tug in vain at the irritant. The creature begins to show gaping holes of dark light, devouring nothingness around the stone. Its wings spread painfully as though it were trying to fly away and then fold. It widens its jaw in an almost human scream of agony. The black hole of its maw overwhelms it, and indeed the creature appears to be swallowing itself. At last, a grey cloud of greasy smoke surrounds the glowing stone, still suspended in midair. Then even that vanishes, and the stone drops to the ground. No longer glowing. The thing is gone. Take stone. You pick up the stone. It has a long, jagged crack that almost breaks it in half. As you pick it up, my son is looking at something and he wants it. He wants the magic stone. It has a long, jagged crack that almost breaks it in half. As you pick it up, you feel it bump to one side. Then, as you are holding it in your hand, something pushes its way out of the crack, breaking the stone into two pieces. Something small, pale, and damp blinks its watery eyes at you. It hisses, gaining strength, and spreads membranous wings. It takes to the air, at first clumsily, then with increased assurance, and disappears into the gloom. One eerie cry drifts back to where you stand. Something rises out of the mud, slowly straightening. The hacker, mud covered and weak, staggers to his feet. Can I have my key back? He asks. Okay, that was funny. Your score is 100 out of possible 100 in 516 moves. Graded on the curve, you are in the class of President of the Institute. Woo! Would you like to restart the game from the beginning and restore saved game position? No, I will quit. Okay, this was the Lurking Horror. End of session. It's pretty impressive, like, the NPCs who wander around, and like the urchin can pick up items and stuff. It was just like finding the urchin today. That was painful, and the mess with the elevator. That was like gave me headache. But hey, I did it. It's I guess one of the big problems is that there's no graphics, so finding your way around can be a bit confusing. Trying to remember, am I supposed to go east or west and all that stuff. But anyway, that's it with the game. I'm Adventure Argonaut, and I thank you for watching. But hey, I finished a Commodore 64 game on stream. That's an achievement, right? Bye bye.